Hey everybody, it's Streamline Steamroller.
Bob Director 134. I'm really tired. How's it going?
Good morning, my friend. Anyway, so we just got back from the Cactus swap meet in Phoenix, Arizona, and well, here's our haul. Anyways, so I guess we'll start here. This is something we actually picked up at the Quartzsite swap meet before we went there. Not that, but this. I bought this. It's a little lantern thing, pre-carbide lamp. We don't know if it's homemade.
Homemade to me. That cork.
We were debating this in the car after I got this. I don't know. Anyways,
a little funnel thing. It's some sort of little decorative thing that I'm going to put with my steam engines. And my weapon of mass destruction.
This is the
Mammoth trailer.
This is the weapon of mass destruction, by the way.
I got a couple things for a Mammoth. Start with this. Here's the Mammoth that actually came from Disneyland in the 60s. I have this steering thing that goes in here and I can spin it around and stuff. And then I plug it into this thing. And I got a steam engine.
Okay.
Hooray.
Okay, so I guess another big thing about the train show that was actually really surprising is that there was narrow gauge stuff. I actually tripled my narrow gauge car collection. I went from 2 cars to having 6 cars, and here's 4 of them. So I bought a Rio Grande Southern car, Rio Grande stock car.
Lift up your camera.
Okay, and then I got 2 gondolas, 1 Rio Grande Southern, 1 Denver Rio Grande Western. No couplers, but yeah.
Yo, look at this stuff.
This is 11 Cox Boston and Maine gondolas.
Ready for your railroad needs.
This is 11 of them. You got them for like $1 a piece. Okay, so what should we talk about now? Maybe the buildings?
Yeah, let's talk about these buildings. I'm actually cherishing this. This is the Cumbres and Toltec Coaling Tower.
How much did you get that for?
$5.
Yeah,
the lady had piles of stuff. I mean, it was amazing. Biblical proportions. And all kinds of neat wood buildings.
You make her an offer and she said yes.
Yeah. Peter got this one here. I got this thing. $5 each.
Take the roof off for the little depot.
Yeah.
Can you bring it over here for the camera?
This is cool.
We're plugged into the wall right now.
DNRG depot.
See, look, it's even lighted and stuff. What's interesting is that for the lights, the person actually had like a telephone wire thing, and they just cut it to get it off the layout. So, oh well.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Little Virginian trucky paper sign thing. It was like $1.
I got this. This is an Ambroid combine car.
That's a really nice one.
It's a really nice one.
He beat me to it. Look at this.
This is in the $5 bin for some reason.
Look, there's little people in it.
Look at
there's
the
little Westinghouse generator in the end. That's cool. How about the little blacksmith shop?
Ooh, yeah, that's mine. Found this. I think it was a collection of stuff that was from a torn up layout.
And it was another $5 thing. Look, it's a little blacksmith shop.
But the guy told me,
look at the
this wasn't actually a kit, unlike most of this wood stuff. This was actually completely scratch built from little tiny pieces of wood.
I liked it because there was a horsey, so I made him buy it.
Can't go wrong with that. And then I got a barn.
Is that H or N?
I don't know. It looks like aliens should be hiding in it. It's kind of cool looking, nevertheless.
It's a nice little barn. Almost Yorkshire.
Almost looks laser cut or something.
Who knows?
I don't know. That was like $1.
Well,
I got a bunch of narrow gauge kits here.
Oh yeah, you got some narrow gauge too.
Combination CBoose. I don't even know what this is. Oh, that was in my for sale box. How'd that end up here?
Can you bring this stuff close to the camera?
Oh, was I not that? Nevada County narrow gauge.
No trucks,
car.
so that's expensive to. Oh yeah, my cars don't have any couplers on them.
Oh, so anything Nevada County narrow gauge is expensive beyond belief.
It's hard to find.
But it's really cool. So
all narrow gauge stuff's hard to find.
That's the same one.
Still plugged into the wall over here.
Oh, that's my water tank.
Can I go forward?
I got this.
All right.
Oh no. I got this Shay here. $20. Apparently it needs a little part that I have, and then I'm just gonna. Who wants to buy it?
Branch line water tank. What's that?
Branch line water tank. That's that thing.
Bring it over here. My cord's not long enough.
This goes as the 74, and I'll show you 74 later.
It's a little. It's another little old water tank.
Colorado
something. It almost looks. It reminds me of CNS one. I think CNS had one like that.
Or Rio Grande Southern. I
this thing.
I love that old box it's in. Just needs to be painted.
It's man to a General.
Yeah, but look at that. That's cool.
That's perfect.
Very 50s.
Was the General Dixie or is it a Union engine?
I don't remember my history.
I don't know. We don't know anything about that.
Old Tinchoto.
There were a grand total of 4 of these at the show. There was another one that was like a lightning strike, but I wanted too much for it, but he bought this thing. To go with his other 2, so now he has an ABBA set.
Shout out to Henry. Thank you very much. Here they are. They're in good hands.
So yeah, now we have an ABBA set.
They make a neat little set here. Check this out. Shay. There they are.
You can kind of see it. Whatever. Okay.
Brass engines. No, passenger cars.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a bunch of passenger cars.
I forgot how many we got here, but these are all Balboa.
They're in IHC and River Odyssey box, but they're Balboa. Why didn't you take one out?
I think they call this the Lark.
Yeah, that's a diner.
I'll take this one out.
This one's in the actual. No, it's another River Odyssey box. Yeah, this is a little Balboa brass.
Observation.
Little Balboa brass car. Nicely made. What kind of truck? Are these trucks metal?
Yeah,
oh, they are.
Yeah, I think they're steel or aluminum.
They have like that chemically blackened look to them.
But the cool thing about this is, I traded something I got really cheap for them.
That's how we.
I have the engine for them, and I also have the articulated car, the vestibule.
Yeah, the vestibule, 3-section cafe diner thing.
So that'll be cool. Nevertheless, and that's.
Hey, check out my hat. My hat's better than his.
Oh, try me.
No. Oh yeah. These guys.
Trees.
Little trees.
Old oak trees.
Little trees.
If you live in like the Santa Margarita Ranch area,
or Tehachapi, these are just like big oak trees. Yeah, I have one that looks almost like this in my front yard.
Fresno area.
Well, just anywhere. California oak.
Oh, and then look at this dank thing. This is cool.
This was so cringy. I had to own it. It doesn't run.
I don't even know what it is. Look, there's
somebody told me what it was.
There's the catenary. Ooh, look at this.
The antenna
scale.
The antenna. The antenna broke. Can you open it? It'd be kind of cool to have like 4 of these and paint them up for Black Mesa and Lake Powell.
And one leave as NDM.
Yeah.
Oh, these things to go with our little bit of standard gauge that we have.
That's a flyer, isn't it? It's been repainted.
Yeah, it is flyer.
That's nice. And this apparently is rare beyond biblical proportions. Yeah. It's a Mark's target signal. And it has a controller with it, too.
Yeah, control box. That's cool.
How much did you guys pay for that thing?
Let me pay for that.
What?
This thing. $20. Which is good.
They're probably $100 on eBay or something.
Easily.
Okay, I guess that's all of Jake's stuff. Here's more of the stuff that I bought. Some little wooden cars here. I like this one because it's red, white, and blue. The Borden's cheese. CB&Q car because I'm in a CB&Q kick right now. Well, CNS kick right now. NMRA car. I thought that was like $3. Another CNS car. Another NMRA car. This one has the doors just like glued open for whatever reason. Let's see, what else is in here? I bought these little log cars for my AHM Heisler. Bought some little Orgenis. These are Barney, actually. This here is a... what's this? A Berliner, Bachen. It's actually a communist train. Made in GDR. It's not all that special. I just liked it because, well, 1, it was $1, and 2, it's communist.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways. That's it.
Our
It's
train.
It's TT scale. It's kind of cheaply made.
TT scale is pretty much HOM3.
Nah, it's a little different, but
it's close.
I don't even know what the
It's
scale
really
is.
close.
I can't put it in the box. Help me put my communist train in the box. Okay, anyways, now this is actually one of my favorite things I found. This is pretty rare. I got this for $5. It's a Lindsay. If I open this, it's kind of broken, but this is actually a little CNS bobber caboose. Here's the chassis for it. It's got these little Delrian plastic wheels on
You're right, it is brass.
See, and it's got some brass on it, and here are all the pieces.
Or is it die cast?
It's die cast, but if you can see, I don't know, you can kind of see, it can hold the roof onto it. Like, You can see it's like a CNS bobber caboose. I got to glue it back together, but it was $5.
If you live in Colorado, you should know what that
northern
is.
Colorado,
Yeah.
definitely. Is that all my stuff? I don't know.
Oh, that's yours. Starting up brass engines.
Okay. I guess here are the biggest things we bought. There's brass engines. We came home.
I buy brass and brass accessories.
We came home with 5 brass. Four brass steamers, 1 brass diesel, and then those 2 brass diesels. I guess we'll start with mine.
A bunch of brass cars.
Now, this one's mine. This was mine. Now, the story behind this was we were looking through a guy's thing of Proto 2000 products, and he had 2 of these United 284 Berkshires, and I saw them at the bottom of the pile, and Jake was like, okay, you saw them first, they're all yours. And I picked one up, I was kind of looking it over, and the guy said, I asked the guy, I opened it, and I asked the guy, oh, how much you want for these? And he says, oh, how much do I have on these things? And he pulls up the bottom here. He says, oh, I got $50 on that. I was like,
let you have them both for 40.
Yeah, and I asked him, would you do 40? And he said, oh, if you two buy both of them, I'll go 40 on them. So we bought them both. Anyways, so later that day, actually somebody showed up with a bunch of old SP brass stuff. This is Santa Fe, it's okay, but I like SP better. Anyways, so there were 2 of these. This is the old one. This is the first one ever imported, the 1958 version. Then we had another one from the other one was from the 70s.
It was in the blue box with the gold print.
Yeah, the smooth one.
The brass had a lighter shade of tint on it.
Yeah. But anyways, so we asked the guy if he would trade the other one for this little thing. He was asking $275 on this, and he looked at it a little bit, and he said, sure. So I got myself a little C9 consolidation. I've actually been really wanting one of these. This was SP's most numerous steam engine they had. They had probably more than 500 of them. They ran all over the system, helper service, anywhere from Oregon to Louisiana, everywhere. Okay, the rest of them are this guy's.
I didn't get my Hudson.
Okay.
In a nutshell, it's a Tinchoto Hudson. It's got the nice original box. I just tried it out and it actually runs like a Swiss watch. 3463 is a Hudson that's actually being rebuilt somewhere in the southwest.
It's in Kansas? It's somewhere in the Midwest.
I don't know, but they want to make it a Blue Goose and run it on
bio coal, whatever that is.
Something kind of cringy that regular train people.
Who cares? It's an engine that's getting restored.
It's better than being in a park, eh?
Yeah, it was in really bad shape for a while.
And then this thing.
It's kind of broken.
It is kind of broken.
This says GP18 on it, but it looks to me like a GP35 without dynamic brakes. It could be one of those weird Midwestern rebuild things. I don't know.
At first, I thought I was just going to resell it, but the more I look at it, I actually kind of like it.
It's really fat. Look at this thing.
It's like the out of scale Athearn Jeep.
It's just like one of those.
It's like a brass engine on one of those. But
it was only $20, so
yeah, it needs a screw and a drive shaft, but I got all that stuff, and I'll make do with it, and it's kind of cool looking. Here's the real prize that he knows more about.
And the engine.
This is OM3 Sunset, Colorado and Southern number 74.
It says Rio Grande Southern because after, okay, this is kind of a long story, but you just take it out and I'll explain it. So when Colorado and Southern went under in 43, they set some of their best engines out that they got from the Denver, Boulder, and Western, number 74, 75, and 76, out in a yard in Denver, just for people to buy railroads to buy secondhand. Now 75 and 76 were a little different. They had, you mind showing me the cylinders? They had piston valves. On them, and they also had Stevenson. All of these were Stevenson originally, but they actually changed this guy to wall shirts because of these sloped outward D-valves. They were always a problem. So yeah. But anyway, so the other 2 went down to Panama. The ones that ran better went down to Panama for
I'm building the Panama Canal.
No, that wasn't that. It was something else. And they were cut up in the 60s sometime. But anyway, so this guy stayed behind, and Rio Grande Southern was about to go under, and they didn't want to rent a K-27 because that would be expensive.
Too expensive.
So the people who are planning the Rocky Mountain excursion trip, are kind of looking around, oh, how are we going to find an engine? How are we going to find an engine? And they're in the Denver, and they kind of look over and they say, oh, look, there's an engine. It's cheap. They buy it. Okay, they ship it down to Durango. And the Rio Grande Southern shop crew come out, they just shake their head at it. They're like, why the hell did you buy this thing? It was an absolute mess. It needed flues, it needed it was worn out.
I understand, though, it didn't actually even want to turn. And to this day, if you actually need to move it, you have to take the side rods off and numerous
I think that might have been a later thing.
They did some stuff to it back then to make it.
I don't know.
It's a mess.
Either way, so
it's always been a mess.
The RGS shop crew kind of went, oh, okay, fine. We have this thing, let's make it work. So they pulled some magic, they welded a few cracks in the frames, and they made it run. Now, apparently, the RGS people hated this thing so much because, the firebox was all different from what they were used to. It didn't fire right for them. But yeah, at one point, on one excursion, all the wood in the cab actually swelled up, so you couldn't open or close the windows. It was a really hot day in summer, so the the fireman finally got fed up with it, took his poker bar for the fire, and broke out every single window in the cab.
Pulling into downtown Durango with it.
Yeah, they pulled into Durango with no windows in the cab.
I bet the glass is still somewhere out there.
It probably is. Is that it?
Oh,
there's got to be more.
This is kind of cringy, but I found this for $5.
I think that was $1.
Something like that. It was a British thing.
TGV.
It's the uncool part of British railroading.
This is French.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's missing the power unit, but who cares?
This is the kind of thing you see in cringy kids' train tapes.
Is there anything we haven't covered? I think that's it.
How about this bridge we found in the trash?
Yeah, I found that in the trash. And then I stuck it in a tree, went to the bathroom, came back, and picked it up later.
Here's this cool standard gauge tunnel.
American Flyer. Look at that. It's even got a little house and a little bridge.
It's lighted, too.
Lighted?
Oh, no, it's not. No.
Oh, look, there's a cow stuck to it.
It does something.
Look, there's a cow stuck to it.
It's neat, nevertheless. It's almost like an oil painting. Every time we see these things, they're all different. And some are better, some are worse.
And this is the best one.
This is a really nice one. Look at that snow. We found one this one point. It was all snow. It just looked terrible.
All snow. Christmas version.
Only 1 in 10 look good.
Okay.
And that's it. Oh, and then I found this track stuff.
Cool.
Bikes track. And an old book on Donner Pass.
Okay, I think that's it.
Alright,
anyways, I'm Streamlight Steamroller.
Subscribe to me. I need subscribers, please.
No, don't subscribe to me. Just subscribe to me.
Yes, I'm cool.
Anyways, I'm Streamlight Steamroller. I will see you in my next video. Y'all have a good day. Whenever that may be.